Hey Nicole, I just wanted to respond to your video post. Um, you said in Tennessee that the most uh, issues that you came across were counselors not keeping up with their education, with their certification. Um, in I did mine in I tried to look up cases in Virginia. For some reason, the way that the Virginia website was set up, maybe other people figured it out better than I did. But they only gave me one case to look at, and that one was an issue of like an issue of disclosing confidential information and like having a inappropriate relationships, not like sexual, but inappropriate relationships with other clients. And like she was friends with multiple, different clients, and would like tell them about things that were going on in the counsel relationship with the other person. Um, the same thing, that was in the case that you kind of talked about. She got her license revoked. You're right. It is really, really sad when people get into this occupation. They obviously care about people, and they want to do good for other people. And at least in circumstances that I read, that didn't seem like they were like bad people necessarily. You know what I mean? Like I didn't read a whole bunch of like sexual misconduct. I didn't read a whole lot of manipulation. I didn't read a whole lot of referrals. It just seemed like the people, the five or so that I read, it was more just people kind of getting caught up and how do I say it? But like just not being responsible, not being thoughtful about the information, not being thoughtful about the relationships. And that seems to be the case like with your circumstance too, that the person probably means well, but you have to keep up. You have to keep up with your education. You have to keep up with your certification. And whether or not you mean well in your heart, like you have to continually develop, and you can't be lazy with your education. You can't be lazy with other people's information, and keep it related with your relationships. So I just think it's this whole conversation is a good thing to remember that it's not just about where your heart is. Your actions need to follow up, especially in a job like counseling where it's so vital. But thanks for your response.